Imagine being awakened at 3 a.m. by an emergency alert. Within minutes, fighter pilots rush to their aircraft. Ground crews race across the tarmac. Engines roar to life. A military jet is airborne before most people have even opened their eyes. This is not a wartime movie scene. This is the reality of Germany's Luftwaffe, the modern German Air Force, standing ready 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But how did a nation once associated with one of history's most controversial air forces rebuild itself into one of NATO's most important defenders? And what role does the Luftwaffe play in an increasingly dangerous world? Tonight, we're taking you inside Germany's combat-ready air force. The Luftwaffe is one of Europe's most capable air forces and a critical pillar of NATO's collective defense. Established in its modern form in 1956, just 11 years after the end of World War II, the Luftwaffe was built from the ground up as part of West Germany's integration into the Western Alliance. Today, Germany operates one of the largest economies in the world and sits at the heart of Europe. That strategic position makes its air force far more important than many people realize. The modern Luftwaffe is responsible for protecting German airspace, supporting NATO operations, conducting international deployments, and maintaining a constant quick reaction alert capability. As of the mid-2020s, the force operates advanced fighter aircraft, transport fleets, missile defense systems, and surveillance platforms capable of responding to threats across Europe and beyond. Yet, the Luftwaffe's greatest challenge is not simply flying aircraft. It is maintaining readiness every hour of every day in an era of growing geopolitical tension. And to understand that challenge, we first need to look at the aircraft that form the backbone of Germany's air power. At the center of the Luftwaffe's combat capability is the Eurofighter Typhoon. Developed through a multinational European partnership involving Germany, the United Kingdom, Italy, and Spain, the Typhoon is considered one of the most advanced fourth-generation plus fighters ever built. Germany operates dozens of these aircraft, capable of speeds exceeding Mach 2. Their primary mission is air superiority, finding and defeating enemy aircraft before they become a threat. Equipped with sophisticated radar systems, advanced electronic warfare capabilities, and modern air-to-air missiles, the Typhoon allows German pilots to monitor and defend enormous sections of European airspace. But fighters are only one part of the equation. The Luftwaffe also operates the Airbus A400M Atlas transport aircraft. This massive airlifter can carry troops, vehicles, medical supplies, and humanitarian aid across continents. Whether supporting military deployments or disaster relief operations, the A400M gives Germany strategic reach far beyond its borders. Another critical component is aerial refueling. Germany participates in multinational tanker programs using the Airbus A330 MRTT, extending the operational range of NATO aircraft. And then there is surveillance. Aircraft equipped with advanced sensors collect intelligence, monitor activity, and provide commanders with crucial situational awareness. Here's a lesser-known fact. Many people assume air combat is won by the best fighter jet. In reality, modern warfare is increasingly won by information. The side that sees first often wins first. For that reason, surveillance and networking capabilities can be just as important as missiles and bombs. Yet, even the most advanced aircraft mean little without a strategy for using them effectively. And that's where Germany's role inside NATO becomes truly significant. Germany's location places it at the center of Europe's defense architecture. Any major NATO operation in Europe depends heavily on German infrastructure, logistics, and air power. One of the Luftwaffe's most important responsibilities is the Quick Reaction Alert mission. Known as QRA, this system keeps armed fighter aircraft on standby around the clock. If an unidentified aircraft enters monitored airspace, pilots can be airborne within minutes. These interceptions happen more frequently than many people realize. Military aircraft flying near NATO airspace are regularly monitored and, when necessary, intercepted for identification. The goal is not confrontation. The goal is deterrence. A visible military response sends a clear message that Allied airspace is being actively defended. Another major responsibility involves NATO air policing missions. German fighter jets have deployed to the Baltic region multiple times, helping Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania defend their skies. Because these countries do not maintain large fighter fleets of their own, NATO allies rotate forces into the region. Germany has repeatedly played a leading role. A surprising fact many viewers may not know is that some Luftwaffe pilots spend more time training with allied nations than operating solely within Germany. Modern air warfare depends on multinational cooperation. German pilots regularly train alongside American, British, French, Dutch, and other NATO air forces. These exercises create a level of interoperability that would have been unimaginable during the Cold War. Yet, while NATO cooperation strengthens deterrence, recent events have forced Germany to rethink the scale and urgency of its military readiness, and that shift may represent the most significant transformation in the Luftwaffe's modern history. For decades after the Cold War, many European militaries focused on peacekeeping, counterterrorism, and expeditionary missions. Large-scale state-on-state conflict seemed increasingly unlikely. But the strategic environment changed dramatically in the 2020s. The Russian invasion of Ukraine in February 2022 became a wake-up call across Europe. Almost overnight, defense planning priorities shifted. Germany announced major increases in defense spending and launched efforts to modernize key military capabilities. For the Luftwaffe, this meant accelerating procurement programs and improving operational readiness. One of the most significant developments was Germany's decision to acquire the American-built F-35 Lightning II. The F-35 represents one of the most advanced stealth fighters ever created. Its ability to gather, process, and share information gives commanders an unprecedented picture of the battlefield. The aircraft will eventually replace portions of Germany's aging Tornado fleet. Another critical mission involves NATO's nuclear sharing arrangement. Under this framework, certain allied nations maintain aircraft capable of supporting NATO's nuclear deterrence strategy. Germany's future F-35 fleet is expected to play a role in that mission. This responsibility places the Luftwaffe at the center of one of NATO's most sensitive strategic functions. Perhaps the most remarkable transformation, however, is cultural. Readiness is no longer viewed as a theoretical requirement. It is treated as an immediate necessity. Pilots, maintainers, logisticians, and commanders now operate in an environment where rapid response capabilities are constantly tested and evaluated. And this growing focus on readiness reveals a deeper truth about modern air power. When most people think of an air force, they imagine fighter jets. But aircraft are only the visible tip of the iceberg. The true strength of the Luftwaffe lies in a vast network of personnel, infrastructure, logistics, intelligence systems, maintenance teams, and command structures. Every successful sortie depends on hundreds of specialists working behind the scenes. A fighter pilot may spend 2 hours in the air. Ground crews may spend 10 hours preparing the aircraft. Intelligence analysts may spend days gathering information before a mission ever begins. This is the surprising reality of modern military power. The most important weapon is not necessarily the aircraft. It is readiness. A jet sitting in a hangar contributes nothing. A trained force capable of responding within minutes can change the strategic calculations of entire nations. The Luftwaffe's mission is not simply to fight wars. Its mission is to prevent them. By maintaining credible combat capability, demonstrating rapid response, and operating seamlessly within NATO, Germany helps create deterrence. The idea that potential adversaries choose not to act because the cost would be too high. And in today's increasingly uncertain world, that deterrence may be more valuable than ever. From the ashes of World War II to becoming one of NATO's most important air forces, the Luftwaffe has undergone one of the most remarkable military transformations in modern history. Today, Germany's pilots, engineers, intelligence specialists, and support crews stand ready around the clock to defend not only their nation but also the broader alliance that safeguards Europe. Their aircraft may be powerful, their technology may be advanced, but their greatest strength remains preparedness, the ability to respond at any moment, the ability to deter threats before conflict begins, and the ability to operate as part of one of the largest military alliances in history. As global tensions continue to evolve, the Luftwaffe's role will only become more important. What do you think? Can Germany's Air Force meet the challenges of the future, or will Europe need even greater military investment in the years ahead? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into military history, defense technology, and global security. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next documentary.